fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today for this week's WIP and Chat. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress, and this is mine. You are welcome and encouraged to go grab whatever you are working on and work alongside while I chat. Or alternatively, you can treat this as a podcast and just listen. Today, I am going to be working on my fantastic friends from Diamond Art Club. I haven't started on this one yet. This will sort of be my first official start of 2023. I've been working on my Heaven and Earth design, so it doesn't quite feel like 2023 yet. But yeah, so this is what I'm going to be working on. This kit had quite a bit of static, which you will remember from the kit up. I've tried a couple of different things. Nothing has really helped, so I've decided, you know what, I'm just going to go for it, and it'll be what it'll be. So I've got my notes, I've got my timer, I think I'm ready to go. I'm going to rearrange things a bit and zoom in so you can see where I'm working. And I have things that I'm going to be talking to you guys about, most notably my goals for this year. So make sure you stick around for all of those. And also at the end, I'm going to be doing some fun stuff, so stick around for that. Be right back. Let me start my timer. And I realized as I went to go start my timer and start working that I hadn't washi taped this. So I washi taped the bottom real quick. You guys, I feel so discombobulated today. I didn't have this washi taped. I forgot to write down some time for my Heaven and Earth design yesterday to reset my timer. I'm just all over the place today. It's been kind of a crazy week. Let me pick a color and get started here. Number 8. Where's number 8? Okay, good. Starting with a color that doesn't have a ton of static, so that's always nice. Okay, let's see. I want to start with, of course, my life update. You guys, it was New Year's Eve. My husband and I sitting there talking. The mailman came, delivered the mail. We go out and get the mail. All that's in it is a Christmas card that I mailed to Canada last year. I don't know where this card has been bouncing around for the last 12 months. Because my husband said to me, you know, did you send this person a Christmas card? And I said, I didn't send out any Christmas cards this year. I usually do, but we were busy with other things this year, and I opted not to. So I'm like, it has to be from last year because I didn't send them out this year. Yeah. Bouncing around, I don't know, somewhere between Canada and the US for an entire year, which is nuts. Like, how does stuff get lost like that? Crazy. So I guess that was the end of our 2022. And then, you know, now we're in 2023. You guys, YouTube is eating comments again. So if you leave me a comment and I don't respond, please don't think that I'm ignoring you. I just probably didn't get it. Again, there seems to be no rhyme or reason to why certain comments I don't get notifications on. If there's a video that gets a lot of comments, then I can see, you know, I miss out on emails from every comment. But I can usually go back into YouTube Studio and find them. Sometimes they don't show up until days later for me. And I'll get an email a couple of days later, even though the comment was left, you know, before that. So where that email disappeared to or whatever, and sometimes I just don't get anything at all. Then a couple weeks later, I'll go into YouTube Studio and suddenly there'll be a bunch of comments sitting there that it says I haven't replied to that I've never seen before. So yeah, so I'm not ignoring you. Sometimes I don't get notified that there's a comment out there. 2022 is over. I showed you guys all my finishes. I finished the light canvas, which was kind of the last one of my goals. Didn't meet the big 10, but I gave it a good try. Once I de-kitted that and put that kit away, it kind of felt really like, okay, 2022 is officially over now, which doesn't make any sense because of course it was. But me putting it away and, you know, just kind of moving on from that project made it feel, I don't know, more real, I guess, that I was free to kind of pack up 2022 and move on to 2023. I've been thinking about my goals for a while, and I'm going to share them with you guys, but yeah, I wanted to kind of sit and reflect on them for a while to see if I wanted to make any changes or if I wanted to, you know, change anything within the goals, if I wanted to change the goals completely, what I wanted to do. Just been doing a lot of reflection over the last probably week or so, and about lots of things, but also about my diamond painting. And so trying to figure out kind of, you know, where do I go from here? So just doing that. As 2022 ended, I always set a reading goal for myself. I've told you guys before that I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription. Love, love, love it. My goal for 2022 was 650, but I made it to, I actually think the goal was 600 when I very first started, but I made it to 680. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I read 680 books last year. This year, because of all the things we have going on, I have dropped that goal to 500. I like to read. It's my other hobby besides diamond painting. And man, another hobby I wish somebody would pay me for. Pay me to read books. And not out loud, just pay me to read them myself. I've done a couple of things where I've applied to be like a proofreader, editor, beta reader kind of thing, but hasn't worked out so far. So, but I would love it. That would be a dream job, to get paid to read books for people. That would be amazing. Anyway, so my goal for this year is 500, just because I think we're going to have so many things going on this year that I don't know that I'm just going to have the time that I normally do to read. Do you guys read? Do you listen to audiobooks? I'm assuming a lot of people probably listen to audiobooks because you can diamond paint while you're listening, which would be awesome. I listen to true crime podcasts, and also I watch a lot of true crime, if I could speak today. What kind of things do you guys read? If you read. If not, what do you listen to? Okay, what else? We're all healthy, knock on wood, and doing well at the moment. Nobody has any big health things going on, so that's good. Just trucking along. I did finally get my youngest to register for all of his classes, but the way they do books now is so bizarre. So he has 5 classes. One has nothing listed yet. Class starts in 2 weeks. I always love it when they wait until the last minute, you know, because some of these classes that he's taking are pretty basic in his major. So, I mean, the instructors have to know what the books are. They just haven't posted them yet. Anyway, one had no book listed. One had a book listed. For some reason, there was some kind of a glitch on the bookstore website, and it ended up ordering it twice. So I had to call and get that worked out so that they would only take it out of my bank account once. And then all of the rest of his books are what they call Access Now through Blackboard. So he doesn't have to buy a physical book. They provide a digital copy, but you have to pay for access to that digital copy. Okay, fine. And it used to be that it was like a $30 fee per class that did it. Now it's a $100 fee per class, usually over 100. I think of the 3 classes that had it, one was like 108, one was 112, and one was 118. And I thought, okay, so, you know, now instead of you making you buy that book for 118, you don't get the physical book anymore, which you could try and resell, you know, to get some of your money back. So that's out. And they've now taken away the option of, you know, when I was in school, we had the option of buying new or used. So of course, most people, unless they had, you know, scholarship or grant money or whatever, would buy used because it was cheaper. And who keeps their college textbooks, right? I mean, if they were specific to your major, maybe, but I don't think most people still have their college textbooks. So you would sell them back and get some money. Well, now you can't do that because you don't have anything to sell back. All you've paid for is online access. So yeah, nice little racket the university has going there. If they can't get me one way, they'll get me another. He did sit down and we looked at kind of his little roadmap of where he has to go and what classes he has to finish for his degree. He does have 2 more semesters left. He's got to get 29 more credits, and he could take some summer classes, I suppose, but I hated doing that, so I'm not going to force him to do that either, which means he'll have 2 semesters left. So even though I was hoping that maybe we'd get out of paying that extra semester, it doesn't look like we're going to. So got to save up for that last semester. And then once we're done with that, we can start saving that money to go into a different fund. But at least we're close. Okay. What else? Oh, my oldest is still looking for a new apartment. Hasn't found one yet. Kind of hard to look. I think she was really motivated to look over the holidays, but everybody else, you know, landlords and things are busy, so nobody really got back to her when she was looking. So we'll see if she has any success in the next couple of months and what happens there. And she did end up picking up some extra work. So she's going to be having some extra income coming in, which will be good for her. That will hopefully let her have a little more breathing room with her bills and things. And we'll see what happens from there. Okay, I think that's it for my life update. Nothing really exciting going on. It's been kind of quiet around here, you know, after the holidays, everybody just trying to get back into the grooves of work and school and regular life now that the holidays and all that is over. Moving on to diamond painting. Lots of new things going on in my diamond painting world. I did put out a poll, I think I mentioned this in the last video, to see what you guys thought of my new logo. And the response was overwhelmingly positive. Not that I thought there was anything wrong with my old logo. I just kind of wanted something new and different, a little more fun. So it is now up and running. I have a new intro for my videos. Yeah, it just makes the year feel new, I guess. You know, new logo, new intro, new goals. Okay, so here's the fun stuff, I guess. Fun for me. My diamond painting goals. And you guys feel free to share if you've set any goals for yourself, what they are. And if you don't want to set goals for yourself, awesome, don't. Some people get too wrapped up in goals, and I include myself in that. And some people get way too stressed out by goals. That can be me sometimes. And so yeah, just you do what makes you happy. I think, like I said, I kind of lost sight of that a little bit last year, trying to, you know, focus on accomplishing my goals, stressed myself out way more than I should have, which is easy for me to do. I'm an overthinker, so I have less goals this year. I only have 5 goals this year. That's it, 5 goals. Because I thought, you know, maybe part of the issue last year was that I set too many. I was trying to do too many things. And maybe some of those goals were too big for me to try to do in conjunction with other things. I mean, that kind of goes along with too many, but you know what I'm saying. My very first goal is my diamond painting hours. And last year my goal was 1,500. Didn't make it. Got to 900 and something. Probably if I included all of my hours that I worked on my heaven and earth, I might have gotten pretty close to the 1,000-hour mark, but I didn't. I'm not going to, and so I missed that goal. So this year I have lowered it to 1,000 hours. That is the amount of hours that I managed to get in while I was still working part-time, which I am not currently doing. That may change too once the school year rolls over. Don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at 1,000 hours. I managed to make 1,000 hours working part-time and doing diamond painting kind of on the side of that. So that feels like a doable goal. And also, I almost made 1,000 hours this year, even while I was trying to do some really big projects. So 1,000 seems doable, right? Trying to get myself to that mastery of 10,000 hours. The more you do something, the better you get at it. So still trying to continue that trend of working on things. And I could make the goals. I probably could set it at 1,500 and make it, but then I would have to force myself to spend time diamond painting, and I don't want to get into that scenario for myself. It was bad enough at the end of the year last year when I was trying to finish up some of those big projects and forcing myself to work on in the heaven and earth. And after I kind of just let go of that goal and said, okay, I'm just going to do what I can do, things were, at least mentally for me, a lot better. mentally and psychologically, if I make that goal too high again, I'm going to hinder my productivity. So yeah, sticking with 1,000 hours. I plan to do some smaller things, so hopefully, you know, that will help too, instead of some of those big, huge, drawn-out projects that I was doing last year. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed those big projects, and I have some big projects planned for this year, but always room for small projects as well, like this little one. You know, it's not huge, it's not going to take me very long, but it's super cute and it caught my eye. Okay, so first goal is diamond painting hours. Second goal is number of finishes. And my goal last year was 50, which I made. If you haven't seen all my finishes, check out that video. I'll stick a link up there in the corner. That being said, last year I made it because I did my 30 by 30 challenge in September, and I did a bunch of small kits. Had I not done that, I don't think I would have made it. I don't have anything planned like that for this year, but I hadn't planned that one last year either, so we'll see. I'm going to try really hard not to get too sidetracked by other things, but you know, stuff happens, so we'll see. This is just kind of a roadmap of where I would like to go. If I, you know, stop at some scenic byways along the way, it's all good. So my goal for this year is again going to be 50 finishes, because I'm going to try and do a nice mix of smaller and larger projects. I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see. I know I keep saying that a lot, but I can't see into the future, so it would be awesome if I could, though. That'd be really awesome. So 50 finishes for the year. Hopefully I can make that. I'm pretty sure I made that goal in 2021, made it again last year, so pretty confident I can make it again this year. My third goal is to do what I'm calling my artist series. And that is, I am going to try and do 20 kits that are from or by artists that I've never done an image of theirs before. So if I've done an image of theirs before, it doesn't count for my artist series. Still count towards my finishes, obviously, and my hours, but won't count towards my artist series. So 20, and I've picked them all out already. So I'll be sharing with you and sticking photos up there of the kits that I'm planning to do. So 20 essentially new to me artists, artists whose images I've not done before. Okay, so that's goal number 3. Then goal number 4 is I want to reduce my stash by 20, at least. I'd like to reduce it by more than that, but if I get it down by 20, I'll be happy. Now, this is with the caveat that I understand that I will likely be buying more things as the year goes on. So that just means I need to be busy, right? If I have 50 finishes and I buy, you know, a few kits, then I'm still good as long as I'm reducing my stash by 20. And then my last goal is my budget. And last year proved that 1, I have no self-control when it comes to diamond painting sometimes, and 2, that it was just an unrealistic budget. I mean, you can do this hobby very inexpensively for the most part. Your biggest expense is the kits themselves. So, you know, that's up to you how much you choose to spend on them. And even if you're buying only from licensed companies, they do have some smaller kits. This kit, I think, is listed at 20 bucks. So yeah, more than the $5 that you would pay at a budget company, but if doing licensed is important to you, then they do still have some lower priced offerings for people who may not have as big a budgets as other people. My budget last year was only $1,200. I thought $100 a month would be enough. Now, I have been diamond painting long enough that kits are a big expense for me, obviously, but also lots of other things. Storage, I've bought not just the storage, you know, containers themselves, but things to store the storage containers in. When I bought my, I mean, it was a gift, but I got my Elizabeth Ward tray storage that I love so much. you know, trays and pens and cover minders and washi tape and just kind of all the various extras and accessories that you can buy that aren't necessary. You know, you can diamond paint with the toolkit, you know, the green boat, the plate of wax, and the pink pen that comes with a kit. And that's perfectly fine. You don't have to have containers. You can do it out of the baggies or the bags that the drills come in. Or you can find really inexpensive ways to do that. I am lucky enough that if I see something, most of the time when I go to my husband and say I'd really like this, he goes, okay. So I can pretty much, for the most part, buy what I want. Now, I want to get out of that habit because, one, I currently don't need any diamond paintings, and I've now gotten to the point where it's like I feel guilty buying more because I haven't finished enough of the ones that I have. I don't mind having a stash, but I feel like my stash is too big at the moment. Hence, one of my goals being to reduce my stash. I know that I'm likely going to be buying additional kits in 2023, so I'd like to just get that overall stash number down. It doesn't have to be 0. I'm okay with it not being 0, but I would like it to be less. And I will be hopefully doing a stash video at some point so you guys can kind of see where my starting point is. The artist series, I hope, will help me to reduce the amount of kits in my stash. So kind of killing a lot of birds with one stone there. When I pick out a kit, it'll be from my artist series. It'll hopefully be out of my stash. It'll count towards my finishes, and it'll count towards my DP hours. And it'll help with my budget because it's pulling from my stash, which is something I've already purchased, so that money's already been taken out of my budget. So win-win all around for this goal. I really want to try and not be sidetracked by events this year. I feel like I got sidetracked doing some events that I hadn't really planned on last year, and so some of that was why I didn't make my Big 10 goal. And so I want to try and avoid doing that this year if I can. Don't know if I'll be successful. It's a goal, but that's the plan anyway. So, because I do feel like I said, me doing a couple of events I hadn't intended on kind of ended up me working on a lot of bigger kits that I hadn't anticipated, which meant that I didn't have enough time to do all of my Big 10. And I mean, there's more goes into it than just that, but that's one of the reasons. So, and as I said, some of my kits are going to be smaller because I have chosen smaller kits to purchase. And so that will help. And then I have chosen several of the kits that I want to do in this artist series to also coincide with some events, because I just think that will give me some extra incentive to finish those events. Because if I know that, or even if I just say, hey, this is for an event, even though my participation is not, I'm doing this to try and win a prize, I've got to finish it so I can turn in my finished photo and all of that, it still is an incentive for me to, hey, get busy, because that content is relevant now while lots of the rest of you are doing that same event. So just an extra little added push for me to do some, event related things, but that also, again, help me towards those goals, the diamond painting hours, the finishes, my artist series, reducing my stash. And then of course I'll be doing my own 2 events. I've told you guys I'm doing DP for pets and DP for vets again. So make sure you mark those on your calendar. I'm in the process right now of trying to work up some marketing images, social media images for them. You guys, I am not a graphic designer in any way, shape, or form. And so trying to go through and figure out what I think looks good and serves the purposes I need it for is sometimes a challenge for me. I can sit in front of the computer for a couple of hours and come out with nothing that I think is usable. So still working on it. But I will have something hopefully here before the end of the month to share with everyone so everyone can get it on their calendars. I do have it on, or it should be on. If it's not, somebody notices that, let me know. I did post to one of the Facebook event groups where they keep like a listing of all the events through the year, and I did let what is their name? Mr. and Mrs. Dubé. They're on Instagram, and they maintain like a Google Doc of all of the events that they keep track of. So I'm on both of those, but I am, like I said, going to be doing both of those again. So June and November, mark your calendars. Okay, so first I want to talk about the 20 artists that I've picked and let you guys see kind of what I'm doing. And these are in no particular order. If I think they'll match with an event, I will mention what that event is, but I'm not going to try and do this in like calendar order or whatever. These are just artists that I've picked to do. So the first one is Mandy Manzano. I've not done a kit by her before, and the kit that I'm going to be doing out of my stash is Elizabeth. I know that a lot of people love Mandy's art. Not particularly my style. This particular one spoke to me because I'm a big fan of Queen Elizabeth. This one, part of the reason it's not necessarily always my style is because she uses a lot of black, which is never something that I enjoy, but I have the kit and I would like to get it done. So I'm going to be doing that one. And that happens to coincide, if they're doing it again this year, I'm not for sure about that yet, with Mandy's Mind Blowing May, I think is the name of it, something like that. And again, if I mention an event, I'm not competing for the prizes or whatever. I'm strictly doing it just because it gives me an excuse to get this kit done. So Mandy Manzano is the first one. The second one is Dakota Detweiler. And I have a kit called Angel of Justice for the Dakota-thon. Again, I'm not for sure if they're having that one this year. I know they did last year. So, but either way, I'm going to be doing these kits. So that one's kind of a big one, if I recall correctly. So that one may take me a while. Elizabeth is large, but it's around. Then my third pick, I have a couple of choices that I may do one of these for my DP for Pets event. I don't think I'll have time to do both. So I have Wolf Shaman from Dean Russo, which I love, is really colorful and not something I normally would have gone for, but really colorful. And at the time I wanted that one. And then Shaman by Lori Prindle, which is the one, well, I'm sticking pictures over there so you guys know which one it is. The horse, the really cool looking horse. And again, I don't know that I'll have time to do both of those for DP for Pets, but at some point this year would like to get both of those done. The third one is Mika Jolina. I have Jules and Vern. Last year there was a Mika-thon, so I'm hoping there's another one this year. And again, this is actually one of my oldest kits. I love it, still love the image, but have avoided it because there's so much black in it. And it's an older kit, so the black may not be great, which is another reason it's been avoided, but I really want to get it done because it's one of my oldest and I really like the image. So I'm going to do that one. The next one is one of my newer purchases. This was a Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I think it was Cyber Monday purchase from Raven Phelan, I don't know how you pronounce her name, called Love Your Inner Child, which is this really cute green dragon. I want to do that one. The next one is by an artist called Vayonette, whose style I really, really love. And it is called Totem Licorne. There's probably a fancy French way to say that with a French accent, but I don't know what it is. So yeah, but it's this really cute girl holding a little unicorn, rainbow unicorn. I think I've showed it to you guys on the channel and did the unboxing on the channel. And yeah, want to do that one. The next one is I have a canvas from DIY Moon Shop. It's a piece of art by Medusa the Doll Maker. Absolutely love her style. It's very Art Nouveau. And I have an image called Gamer Girl that I'm going to be doing. I bought two kits from DIY Moon Shop. The first one was a Mai Cho, which I've already done. I did that in 2022. So now I want to get to this Medusa one in 2023. I would like to buy some more from DIY Moon Shop, but we'll see. I just saw a post on Instagram the other day that Cheryl Burke has some new show where she's like diamond painting with people as she interviews them. And DIY Moon Shop, Diamond Art Club, and I forget who, I think there was a third one, but I don't remember who it was, are going to be places that she's recommending, shops that she's recommending. So I don't know if that's going to mean that things are harder to get because there will be more people. Don't know. We'll see. Anyway, okay, so Medusa the Doll Maker and Gamer Girl. Then the next one is from Scott Howden called Close Encounters. In all of my stash and everything, I always just called this the alien one. But it's really cute, and I love the colors in it, and I want to do it. So that's on my list. Number 10 is Lori Furnell, and it is the Christmas Gnome Trio. Had to make sure to put the Christmas in there because I guess there's now another Gnome Trio kit out there, so I don't want you guys to get confused. My sister loves gnomes, and I bought this one for her. I just never got around to it last year. And it looks like it would have a lot of nice color blocking in it. So I would like to get that one done. The next one is by Ciro Marchetti, I believe. No idea how you pronounce these names. So if I'm butchering them, I apologize. Called Sleepy Time. This one is from Diamond Painting Shop. And it's just really cute. But it was kind of big. And so it didn't make it onto my radar last year. But I would like to get it done this year. The next one, oh, this is another kit that I bought quite a while ago and just have never got around to, but this one I think will be one that I finish and hang up. And it is by Briz Bazaar called Jasper C. I just love, it basically looks like one of those acrylic pour paintings. I love watching those videos and watching people, you know, run the paint all over the canvas, pour it all in different, you know, containers, or the way they pour it out. And some of them use hair dryers and some of them spin, and it's fascinating. I just love to watch the paint flow across the canvas. Love it. Anyway, it looks like that, so I'm going to do Jasper C. The number 13 is by Reagan Kubicek called Patience. It is a mermaid one that I will be doing for, I hope, Mermaids and Magic 23. If they do that, I think they're doing it. When I picked that one out, I've never actually done a mermaid kit. I have several of them, but I'd never done one. I can't say that now because I'm working on this one. But anyway, so that one's from Dreamer Designs, going to be doing that one. This next one, I don't actually have yet. It's an order that I made on Black Friday from Jaded Gem Shop. Haven't got it yet. It's by Zeramoth, and it's called Owen and Aurora. Love the artwork. But yeah, just waiting for it to actually arrive. Number 15 is the Penguin Trio by Jane Madej. Some of these may be getting worked on. Again, these are in no particular order. Like this one I may work on fairly soon because it's penguin and snow, and that would be nice to work on during winter rather than waiting until, you know, this December to work on it. Jane Madej Penguin Trio, if I didn't say that. Okay. Number 16 is by Dragon and Beasties called Fiona Dragon. It is this cute little purple dragon, and, you know, again, fantasy is my thing. Mermaids, unicorns, dragons. I want to work on that one. Number 17 is by Heather Hitchman, and it's called Birth of the Teratoph Kieran. It's just I thought it was super cute. I didn't realize when I bought it that it has like a huge solid color background. So lots of multi-placing, color blocking, which I may or may not enjoy. Depends on my frame of reference, my frame mood at the time. Number 18 is by Makiko. It is from Dreamer Designs, and it is called Snowman in Presents. And I just thought this little snowman was super cute with his little presents and his little hat. And it's a smaller kit, so which was something that I was looking for. That was number 18. Number 19, and I know I'm probably butchering this name, and I apologize. Anaha Kakarain. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm going to be putting these up there for you guys so that you can see how they're spelled. Now, this one is from Mary's Diamonds, so I doubt you'll be able to get this one anymore. I don't know what the deal was between them and Bella Nicole buying them. I don't know if they're going to have the same inventory or not. That's where I got it. I love this image. It's called 02, and I really want to do this one. So I'm going to be working on that. And then number 20, to round all this out, is a kit from Craftably, and it is called Moonbeam by Melanie Stimmel. Now, I will say, when I bought that one, I actually thought it was a mermaid can't recall why I thought it was a mermaid at the time, but I did. And where is this? I'm trying to find this symbol and not having any luck, so let me pick a different one. Anyway, it's a really pretty image. I love the colors in it, and so that will round out number 20. Those are all artists I've never done before, and those are the kits of theirs that will be coming out of my stash so that I can decrease the amount in my stash. As I said, some of them are for events. If other events come up that those fit in, then great. I will be able to say, hey, I'm doing this event. I don't have any others on my radar at the moment other than the ones I mentioned. And of course, you know, that still leaves me time to do other things. That's only 20 finishes. I want to do 50, so I've got time to do other canvases as well. We'll see how things go. Some of these are large, some of these are not. I'm hoping I've got enough of a nice mix in there that I'll be able to get everything done. Yeah, so I feel like even though I have less goals than last year, I think I'm going to be busier trying to meet them. And that includes my diamond painting hours and finishes, even though one is less and the other is the same as last year. And I'm trying to go into this with the mindset that my goals may change throughout the year. We may have some changes coming in my personal life, in our home life. That means I have to, you know, adapt and change what my goals are, and that's okay. Don't know for sure that any of that will happen, but I don't know for sure that it won't either. And there's always, you know, going to be unforeseen changes as well, things that happen that I don't realize or don't have any way of knowing. And so I'm trying to remain open and flexible and, you know, remind myself that even if I don't get all the way there, if I get part of the way there, that's still success, right? So if you guys have set goals for 2023, what are they? Share. Would love to see what you guys are going to be working on. And if any of you would like to, you know, adopt any of my goals and work alongside, that would be awesome. Would love to have you along for the ride. And we could kind of keep each other updated and accountable for what we're doing, right? So that we can all meet our goals together, because that would be awesome. Would love to help support people in achieving their goals. That'd be amazing. Like I said, I will probably be doing a stash video in the near future so you guys can see where I'm starting out with my stash. I still haven't received 2 of my Black Friday purchases, but other than that, everything currently in my stash is everything that I currently own, and I don't plan on buying anything anytime soon. I mean, I probably will, but I don't plan on it. Also, you guys, I haven't done a lot of PR videos lately because I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was because of the holidays and things just got held up, but I placed a bunch of orders for things that I was going to do product reviews on back in November and December. Now, December, I expected them to, you know, take a while. That's fine. But I think I got one package in December, and then nothing else. Everything else has taken forever to show up. And of course, once they show up, they all show up at once. So now I've got this backlog of unboxings that I need to do. So yeah, you'll be seeing some unboxings on the channel. But it's all good. You guys, I can't wait to dive into some of these kits that I just told you about and showed you. In addition to this one, I was excited to get this one started too. One, because it's small and I feel like I will be able to finish it quickly, but also just because it's cute. And it's in my stash, so, you know, already meeting some of my goals here. But like my little snowman and the penguin, those are all kind of smaller ones, so hopefully, again, those will make up for some of the larger ones that I've picked out. And hopefully I've got a nice mix of round and square. I honestly don't know if I do because I don't pay attention to that. Some of them, even though I probably have it written down on my spreadsheet, I couldn't tell you for sure which was round and which was square. Like, I'm pretty sure Elizabeth is round, but most of the rest of them, I honestly have no idea. I think my gamer girl is round. I think my Jasper C is round. Other than that, don't know, because it doesn't really matter to me. Eventually they'll all get done. So how long have I been blathering? So you guys know all of my goals now, and I got a respectable amount done here. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna zoom back out because we've got some other unfinished business. Okay, let me zoom out here so you guys can kind of see where I'm at. And I didn't get a ton done, but I got a nice respectable amount. Ooh, some of those are not even close to being in line. I'm gonna have to go back with my straightener over that. Okay, anyway, fussing with my drills aside, remember, your drill placement doesn't have to be perfect. If you got joy out of doing it, that's what matters. It's my little PSA for the day. So the last item that I have is that, you guys, I still have kits to give away because winners have not contacted me. And some of them are people who were drawn quite a while, like near the beginning of the giveaway. So I'm just going to assume that for whatever reason, they have missed the video, aren't interested, whatever, but I still have kits to give away. I am going to give some of the winners who were just announced a little bit more time because, you know, I'm not trying to run anybody out of winning a prize, but I don't want to hang on to these forever either. So today, I'm going to be drawing 2 more winners from the wheel. So if you haven't won up to this point, don't despair. Maybe you'll win today. So let me get my wheel out here. And even though we're past our 12 days of Christmas, I'm going to spin the wheel 2 more times and we're going to see who wins because I've got kits to give away. So today's winner, one of them is Cami Diamond Island. So Cami, congratulations. Contact me and let me know your mailing address so that I can get that mailed out to you. All right, so now we're ready for winner number 2 of the drawings today. So good luck, everybody. And I'm going to spin again. And the second winner for today is Maggie Lopez. Congratulations, Maggie. Okay, so that is my 2 winners for today. Again, you guys, I'm giving other people whose names have been called some extra time. Yeah, I have kits I need to get out of my house, so we'll see what happens. Don't forget, Cami and Maggie, to email me. My email is in the description box down below so that I can get your mailing information so that I can get the kits shipped out to you. I have gotten emails from several people who were some of the first winners that their kits have arrived. So that's awesome. Things seem to be going smoothly, even if they're not going quickly. Congratulations to the winners. Thank you to everybody who is watching this channel currently. And thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, guys, if you would do some things for me that help me out a lot, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. All of those things help me out immensely and help my content get recommended to other like-minded diamond painting people. That would be amazing. As always, guys, thanks for watching.